This heart-touching love story of the Peshwa King Baji Rao with his beloved Mastani has been in the columns of history since years. While Mastani was merely considered as the Muslim dancing girl by most of the historians, there was one woman who gave her the real existence after digging into the caves of history and wiping off the dirt for 22 years. Yes, today in the next episode of Reminiscing, we are going to have an interesting conversation with the lady herself, Kusum Chopra. She is known for her profession as a journalist, activist, environmentalist, numerologist, and an East author. The translation of her lifelong observations and experiences with the real people, which she molds according to the situation in her writing, is what she is known for. Today, we are going to discuss about her famous books, Rishte, Silver Dreams, and Mastani, along with her life journey. So, with the excitement of knowing about her, let's get started.
Kusumji, I'm very delighted to welcome a senior journalist and author, Kusum Chopra,
Thank
to the
you
next
so much.
episode of Reminiscing with Yayavar.
That is a very intriguing title you have given to the series.
Thank you so much, Kusumji. So, to
Pleasure.
begin with Rishte, I would like to start with a quote from your book. No one can foretell relationships. Their rough patches, some strengthen, others smash to smithereens. Don't let it die before it's time. यहाँ कल क्या हो किसने जाना. So beautiful. When I read your Rishte, to begin with, your cover attracted. The cover of the book. Yes, it was an anthology. It is an anthology, but the cover of the book with that abstract stuff really attracted me. And what attracted me more was the pink side. Because I love chiffons. I really love chiffons. And somewhere in the back of the mind, I assumed the protagonist in chiffon pink. Well, later on in the novel, when I started reading, I realized it is silk in pink. So I would like to, start with Goa Diaries. Hanji.
Because of your pink sari, I'm today in a pink sari, a cotton pink sari, because of the heat. But there you are.
Thank you so much. I'm totally honored, and you look so pretty. I can see Maya in you.
Thank you.
And I have to now see who's Ranga in life.
Oh,
Getting back there, let's start with Goa Diaries. One thing I must say, I love the way you have built up the conversation, built up the dialogue in your novel. That was like very, 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 very beautiful. Like when your protagonist, one of the protagonists in the novel, which starts with Goa Diary, Amoli. When Amoli is coming, you have described Amoli with her gestures, the way she's, moving around, the way she's talking to Raul, and addressing him as Mr. Complacent. The way she's saying, the road to your cafe is very pathetic, and why have you kept Buddha when there's so much of loud music in your cafe? So that, while reading, started giving me as a reader how Amoli would be. You never described Amoli with a lustrous hair. You never described Amoli with somebody wearing a long skirt with a top. But I started visualizing her like that only after your description. So, what was the inspiration behind Goa Diary?
well, it's like this, Nupur. First of all, about characters. I very rarely describe a character. I prefer to create the character with their actions and their speech in the mind of my readers. It's
That's
very
beautiful.
rare that you will find a description of a character. You will find description of places in my writing. but
Yes.
rarely a description of a character. The character builds as the story goes along.
Like every story has an inspiration for you. What was the inspiration for Goa Diaries?
Goa Diaries, well, actually, I had gone for a holiday to Goa. And at that time, I was recovering from an illness. So I was using a walking stick.
Hmm.
And because of the walking stick, I could not go out much. It was very tiring. It was summertime, so वैसे भी गर्मी की वजह से, you feel lazy. So I was basically sitting in the resort and looking at my surroundings and looking at the people around me. And that is how Goa Diaries came about. Watching people, and as Pooja does, she's watching people and wondering what they are talking about. So that time I was wondering, the writer in me created stories around people. And that is how the Goa Diaries came about. I might have described a person, whatever they are doing, but the story does not relate to them. The stories are mine.
That
The
I
stories
agree.
are mine.
That I totally agree. But
But some
yes,
characters are inspired by people whom I've actually seen, not only in Goa but in other places as well.
very right, very right. And you created all those characters in that jacuzzi,
Yes.
coming up and
Around-
going, and how Pooja gets to release her stress,
Yes.
while every story, even the Goa Diary is carrying so many small stories with the relationships, and those are like so beautiful. The way Pooja is taking the corner table, like you would have done when you were using the walking stick and observing and trying to draw conclusion from the groups present there. And
Exactly.
why these questions, by seeing the actions coming to her, why do women insist on looking after their husbands?
Exactly.
You
That
know,
is one
that
thing
was-
which irritates me. It makes me so angry.
Yes.
I don't know why men can't look after themselves.
Uh,
According to all the tales, it is the men who are looking after the women. But in real life, it is the women who are looking after them. Why can't we be equal?
I have another perspective to that. I sometimes
Thank
feel when women, goes overboard looking after their husbands, that is somewhere their own insecurity is playing up.
Exactly. It is their insecurity. They want to
Yeah.
make themselves indispensable to him, but they don't realize that there is no such thing as being indispensable to them. There is one little thing which I have written, which I'd like to quote. What happens when the wife wins or sidelines the other? A lifetime of shadow boxing in the ring of their hearts. Did you get that? So it's like that, you see. It just depends who's smarter.
Yeah, that is so very beautifully, and what an so very beautiful touch you have given in Goa, that everybody who goes there wants to see sunset, and how that sunset sometimes dupes you, and you just keep waiting for it, and finally there is a huge cloud covering that, and that awe
There it
feeling.
goes. There
So,
it goes.
and the way you describe another woman, and how do a reader gets to know that she is a smart woman just by writing this gray hair woman walked in with a snazzy cut. So now, moment you read a snazzy haircut, you just start making, okay, she would have, like, I in my imagination I found her a very shortcut hair and a smart woman with a gray and just walking in. I mean, this is the
There
way.
was a woman like that. There was a woman like that. I'm describing a real woman whom I've seen. And you should have seen her dancing. She was so beautiful. Never mind if she had extra weight, but she was so graceful.
It was so beautiful when, in this one of the characters, the children realize that last time, when did they see their mom laughing? They always saw her smiling. And that time they realized what kind of a relationship she was going with their father. you know. So like that was like very very beautiful for me, you know. How about that professor who is an old professor with a baby wife looking after a child, and he is making that fuss to you know, I'm going to smooch you in the jacuzzi with showing his machoism, and the wife is so embarrassed and duping him in the pool. I mean, that was so hilarious.
It's really very cute. I don't know where I get these things from. They just
I
come
know.
to me.
Yes, I mean, you know, it was like really beautiful, and I don't know why, but moment I read about that professor, you never mentioned he's from which place. I don't know why I assumed him to be a potbelly professor, and and from Punjab, you know. I don't know. I mean, just like throwing his weight here and there, and wants to show that I have a pretty wife, or you know, maybe his manlyhood by smooching his pretty wife in front of everybody. So that makes him cool when he comes from a maybe Ludhiana to Goa. So I know many men go to Goa just to have good fun and good sex and hookups and come back.
Exactly. That is the spirit of Goa.
And it was so beautiful in Goa Diaries to read about holidaying with some serious business. Like it was in the name of holiday, under the wraps of the holiday. Actually, there is a lot of things we do. I mean, those emotions, the beautiful emotions which you have captured through the story of Bidu and Vidai. And you know, those were very beautiful. And I love the name Bidu. आप एक तरफ नाम देते हो अमोली, और एक तरफ नाम देते हो क्लेमेंटाइन, राहुल, और एक तरफ नाम देते हो बीडू. So
it is not Bidu. So no, it is Bidhu. Bidhu is a typical name Kurg में. कर्नाटका में कुर्ग है ना, हाँ, वहाँ पे Bidhu is a very common name. I am very particular about selecting names for my characters. I usually, when I do the story, I decide on the setting and all. Then I go to the dictionary or to Wikipedia or Google rather, you know, to find out उस जगह के typical names कौन से हैं. And then I select them according to numerology.
Oh, according to numerology. That is there, and you know, it was so beautiful to understand how two women happened to meet in Goa and dished by the same man, or maybe I would say walked out of the same man, and how they can relate to each other now and be compassionate towards each other and understand that how painful it is for one woman. If a man tells you, your husband tells you, I can't swim anymore in you. You don't give me enough sexual pleasures. I need to go out. Or maybe you can't give a birth to a boy. That time the other woman never realizes this pain, never realizes the intention of this man, and falls in the trap. And when she realizes that, after her, that, you know, वो कहते हैं ना, blinkers gets over.
ये तो बहुत मुश्किल दौर होता है, और तकरीबन हर किसी के लाइफ जर्नी में एक आध ऐसा दौर तो आता है. किसी किसी का अलग होता है, and these we have to face, we have to take strength out of ourselves. So you cannot write a book without having that element of drive also. अगर मैं गोवा डायरीज में वो नहीं डालती तो उसमें वजन नहीं रहता, स्टोरी का वजन कम पड़ जाता.
आपने बहुत ब्यूटीफुली बताया ego death of his mates. Ego death is what? It goes for both, for a woman and a man. I mean, if you're in a relationship, or I would say any relationship, you know. And I picked up the phrases from your book. Your book left me rich with few new words, English words, and you know, these phrases and adjectives, namby-pamby. I wrote it on Facebook also. That was like, I just got caught on that. I found it so rhyming and so beautiful And I really wanted to know what exactly does it mean? You know?
Namby-pamby. Matlab, जिसमें कोई, somebody who doesn't have a spine.
Point.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very old.
Very old. Very old. I mean, like the way you say, I do get honey when I see my type of a man. So jawab milta hai, good couples are at high premium. So this is coming from a marketing professional, Amoli, which opens up later on. That was like very, very beautiful. Moving now to your second story in Rishte, Pink Sari. Pink Sari touched me at many places. And the way you have described Maya and Ranga, when you start reading your story, one thing I must tell you as a reader, तुम थोड़े से ना align नहीं होते हो, क्योंकि तुम्हें समझ नहीं आ रहा था इन दोनों का रिश्ता क्या है. दो कैरेक्टर्स आ गए हैं और वो बात कर रहे हैं, और आपकी जो बॉडी लैंग्वेज आप डिस्क्राइब करते हो उससे a reader starts building up a story. Okay, it seems they are friends. Okay, thoda further आके no, it seems they are more than friends. Then thoda sa further आके no, they are lovers. Okay, so that keeps a reader quite hooked. The way Maya tells, I want to feel woman again. And I was wondering what next? With the hanging boobs and big bumps, what next is going to come? And you say vaginal tightening. So how was that? Like, I would like to know more about Maya when you, did that. I would like to know about the sex life of the women after 50s.
It is not only after 50s, Nuku. It often comes early. Initially, you see, both are very passionate. अमूमन ऐसा होता है. And then धीरे-धीरे कम हो जाता है. And it is an unfortunate truth that the men do stray quite early. And our structure is such that when we are giving birth to children, we do loosen up. So, there used to be various things which used to be done in the old days. Then we all became very modern. We started relying only on the doctors. और डॉक्टर बोले पुरानी चीजें कोई नहीं करने की, भी पूछे हाँ डॉक्टर नहीं करेंगे. We gave up everything. So, and as they started developing new techniques, women resisted. कि बाबा उस चीज में नहीं पढ़ने का. So न पुरानी चीज हुई न नई चीज हुई. So there were generations in between who did face this problem. And modern medicine has developed techniques in which, like, they have vaginal tightening, they have various other, small therapies. And that is why we have these modern doctors who are specially trained in all these problems. The aim of the exercise is that a woman should feel good about herself.
Yeah. No, and I somewhere also feel that maybe we don't talk about having sex even in a married relationship so openly.
We don't discuss it with our husband, because he's the most important person. And we should be telling them, but we don't. And if we try to tell them, most men will say, "Kya tu leke baith gayi hai?"
Yes.
That sort of a reaction.
So or I would say vice versa also. Sometimes husband is very open about it. Or maybe
but the wife
they are not
is
liking
a little
it.
hesitant.
Yeah, but they are hesitant to tell what's wrong. Like for them also it's the first time. Like, what's wrong? Like, why we can't have the same passion, what we used to have. And I still feel, whatever age you may be, the sex and romance counts a lot in your married life to carry on as
definitely
partners.
counts.
So,
if you lose that, then it becomes a dry marriage.
Yes.
Very dry marriage. Then communication stops. And I have written a very beautiful piece on this in Silver Dreams. The importance of communication in marriage. It is that if there is no communication, it becomes a dead leaf. And perchance some flame occurs, it will burn out. And if a wind comes along, those ashes also, the ashes of marriage also would be, wing away. So there'll be nothing left, because marriage is not a finite object. It is something which is in our mind.
Yeah. And this is so beautiful, that marriage is not a finite object. Even if you take my case, like let's talk about my personal life. So you keep moving with your husband wherever he is going. And you are enjoying that part of life. And then one day you want to start something of your own. And then you realize, no, it's not possible. Or it's a little difficult. What do you want to do? Because you have to start something of your own only there where you are settled with your husband. Sometimes it comes, but then again, there is not a blame game. Again, we need to realize that the responsibility lies on our shoulders. Like if we are not enjoying sex in a marital life, so it is not always blaming the mate. It may be something to do with you also, which you need to zero it down. So it was like very subtle humor. I mean, I loved it. Your subtle humor of those hanging boobs and the bumps coming in between at this time, and a knee pain to enjoy being so passionate. I mean, those were like very beautiful. And similarly, in Rishte and in Pink Sari, the way you have described LP, there were tall trees. On each leaf was a ballet dancer, curating individually, never in unison with others. I mean, it is so beautiful. How do you get so much of poetry out of you?
When I sit, I don't go out much. I generally sit alone. And either I'm sitting in a garden or I'm sitting close by my bedroom window. And I'm observing. I observe people and I observe nature. And while I'm observing, it's being written in my head. And then sometimes it comes out like that. All those different types of leaves and the palm tree. I was really, when I was writing it, I was smiling to myself, remembering where I had seen it.
Yeah, I mean, that rhythmic sway of the tall palm trees, like rhythmic sway, rather, as a matter of fact, as your reader, when I read it, even I was imagining the moments where I had seen all this, And,
it is a question of observance, But I guess as a writer, most writers are very observant. They're looking at things around them, and it is going into their mental encyclopedia. And sometimes it comes out.
Not sometimes, every time. I think somewhere or other, it gets sprinkled in all their writings. In the story of Pink Sari, the beauty of a woman you have described while describing the pink sari, that sensual feeling, after lovemaking, after passionate lovemaking, that sensual feeling is like so good. And it's like how a woman, and in this relationship, you start visualizing how Maya started getting to know that, yes, there is shift is happening, maybe slowly. Even accepting to herself that she may be falling in love, even accepting to herself being a grandmom and having grown up children, she needs a partner. She needs somebody in the dark of the night next to the bed to touch, to see, So,
that is what gives you emotional security.
Yeah.
You see, we are very strong in our daily lives, but somewhere that emotional security is often lacking. That is the fool.
I agree. I mean, when Maya was going in a dilemma of saying I was a one-man woman, and but then not woman enough. And how much she was feeling so guilty about it. She was feeling so ashamed of it when Ranga wanted just a friendship and she was insisting it has to be marriage.
No, it is not she who was insisting. Ranga wanted marriage. But
Yes,
she said
Ranga
that he
wanted that.
cannot.
But somewhere it gave her some space because she was also feeling कि शादी
It
नहीं
becomes a
करते
big
क्योंकि डिवोर्स
rock.
नहीं हुआ है एंड
Uh,
मतलब कैसे देंगे सो वो जो
not
फीलिंग्स
only
थी
that, Nupur, it is not only that कि भाई अभी divorce नहीं हुआ है तो क्या होगा.
हाँ जी
It is also that once bitten twice shy.
यस
होता है ना, वो होता है कि first time it didn't work out, there were so many issues. अब everything looks rosy when you start. वो तो धीरे धीरे पता लगता है. So anybody would, I think any woman would think twice. ये चीजें होती हैं. And I think when you're young, it doesn't matter. अरे संभाल लेंगे हम सब. That is the attitude. But as we grow older, then so many other things come into mind. And especially for a woman who has grown up children and grandchildren, the thought is mind-boggling. At least in our culture, it still is. So,
True.
ये सब चीजें are real, and that is why I have depicted them that way.
No, it was like very beautiful. Even how kids who are not bothered about their mother so much suddenly feel so left out when they find Ranga all over Maya, and looking after her, and how the subtle humor when Ranga is like wiping up his forehead and saying, "Who's facing my future in-laws," while meeting the bahus and the betas of Maya. That was like too very.
That was a very cute touch.
That was a very, very good touch. And I mean, it left me smiling and beautiful. And then we come to the third and the last story of Rishte, Maitri Karar. इतना beautiful और हम बोलते हैं live in relationship अब आया है. I would like to know about Maitri Karar. Is it still prevalent?
No, it is not. But before I tell you about Maitri Karar, let me say something.
Yes, please.
देखो, ये जो रिश्ते हैं, ये सदियों पुराने हैं. If you go to the old story books, the ones which are for adults, not the ones which are for young, you will find so many stories कि बड़े घर में रहते हैं और उनकी बीवी बच्चे होते हैं और गांव में एक दूसरा छोटा घर है जहाँ पे वो जनाब रेगुलरली जाता है.
बिल्कुल.
It is a living in relationship. और वो घर, छोटे घर के जो बच्चे हैं, there is always that resentment in their heart कि बापू हमारे साथ रात को नहीं रहते हैं. So
True.
These things are as old as I think humanity. We like to create taboos. We like to do things in the name of having a stable society. When society कभी stable न हुई है, न हो. Because human beings are going to do different types of things. ये तो चीज होनी है, अलग अलग टाइम पे अलग अलग रूप में पेश आती है. Now Maitri Karar is something which used to happen here in Gujarat.
In Gujarat.
This is in the era of late 1960s up to early 1980s. And it was again based on a very real need in society. कि जिन मिडिल क्लास या लोअर मिडिल क्लास घरों में पहले लड़की पैदा हुई और उसके शायद 2 भी 3 भी लड़कियां हो, उसके बाद लड़का पैदा हुआ. But in those days, the parents would always want कि भाई हमारा बेटा पढ़ लिख के बड़ी नौकरी करे, so that he will support the whole family. So the eldest girl was meanwhile educated and told to take a job to help the family along. So
what Uma did.
Manji. So but वो लड़कियां जो थी, वो ladies rather, they would work hard. They would struggle, the money would go to the home, the younger sisters would get educated, the younger brother would get educated, उनकी शादियां हो जाती थी. And by the time all that responsibility was over and the boy was ready to share the responsibility for the family, that she's too late, she's too old to get married. उसके साथ कौन शादी करेगा? From their community. But at the same time, there were so many working executives, working professionals who were not in very happy marriages. And that is how वो रिश्ते बने. Maitri Karar, Maitri means friendship, Karar means contract, friendship contract. It was accepted. I have met, couples who were Maitri Karar, and I have met the other lady also, and some people, of course, are very, very graceful about it. In some families, they are very graceful. In some families, they are not. That is society. Everybody has their own viewpoint. That is also
No, that's
love,
like, I would say that's love beyond any expectations, beyond words.
Exactly. It's such a beautiful love.
Generally, we take love as passion.
Exactly.
Passion is only one aspect of love.
This goes beyond passion.
This is what I'm saying. The passion is only one aspect of love. 40 साल उमा और विशाल इकट्ठे रहे. And when Uma left him, he decided to bid her farewell in a very quiet manner and remembering her every small thing, sitting on a rocking chair. I mean, and your words do magic. So Rishte is a book which is, to be read by everybody. I strongly recommend. रिश्ते आपकी और भी जो किताबें आपने लिखी जिनके बारे में अब हम थोड़ी रोशनी डालेंगे, हर किताब में आपने कहीं ना कहीं रिश्तों का तो जिक्र बहुत किया और आपके प्रोटैगनिस्ट और आपका हाईलाइट अधिकतर वुमेन रही आपकी स्टोरीज में. सो आर यू अ फेमिनिस्ट बाय योर?
Yes, very much so.
Very much so?
Very much so. But I'm not a bra burning feminist.
This is what I'm saying. Not a pink panty and bra burning feminist.
No, I'm not that sort of a feminist. For me, relationships are very important because it is the relationship which holds the ship of society steady.
Beautiful.
When the relationship goes out of gear, then society goes out. फिर बहुत सारी छोटी छोटी होके बढ़ते जाते हैं और अपनी कमियां पैदा होती हैं. As I have described it earlier to somebody, कि आज की हमारे टाइम पे, आज के जमाने में आदमी और औरत ऐसे हैं, ठीक है ना? और अगर हम वो ब्रा बर्निंग फेमिनिस्ट बन जाए तो ऐसे हो जाएगा, मगर इसका भी कोई फायदा नहीं. इस होने से पता है क्या हो जाएगा? We will not have the women like you and me. We will have male women, and the men will become female men. Is that what we want? Will it not skew up the society more? What we need is this: a balancing. Even in couples, अगर एक थोड़ा strong है, तो दूसरे को उसको accommodate करना है. अगर lady is stronger, the man should realize कि this is her strength. Let us use it for the good of our family. तब जाके ये we'll achieve this. And where there is injustice to women, तो मैं तुम पेन पकड़ती हूँ. आप मेरी किताब निर्भया पढ़ी, निर्भया and others who did. उसमें 25 निर्भया हैं.
तो आपने कहीं ना कहीं ये भी तो बोला है कि I think Silver Dreams का ये है. Silver Dreams is on second innings.
हाँ जी.
है ना? तो जिसमें आपने शायद बहुत ओपनली बोला है कि कम्युनिकेशन इज द लाइफ ब्लड ऑफ
द मैरिज
रिलेशनशिप. एंड यू हैव आल्सो मेंशन्ड समवेयर दैट दिस इज द हैप्पीएस्ट बुक यू हैव रिटन.
हाँ जी.
व्हाई वाज दैट?
हाँ जी. नहीं, you see what happened is when I was writing Silver Dreams, ऐसे ही ख्याल आया मेरे को कि there is no literature for elder people. In all the current fiction that we are producing, it is all meant for our young people, all the technology driven, laptop, computer, falan, dhinkra, and all the rest of it. And 2 dates on Tinder, 3rd time delete, ये सब हो रहा है. So old people, I would say my type of people cannot relate to those things. We don't enjoy reading about such stuff. So I started, creating Silver Dreams. और उसमें मेरे को इतना मजा आया कि जब भी मैं लेट जाती थी, मेरा सर पिलो पे पड़ा नहीं तो कोई ना कोई फ्रेज, कोई ना कोई सेंटेंस, कोई ना कोई सीन, कोई ना कोई अलग मोड़, उसमें बहुत सारे मोड़ हैं उस किताब, मेरे
I know.
दिमाग में फ्लैश होता था।
आपने लिखा हुआ है कि सिल्वर ड्रीम्स वैसे सेकंड इनिंग्स है, बट इट हैज अ पेस ऑफ अ थ्रिलर.
हाँ, because
I
there
was
are
like
so
wondering.
many twists. It is there are so many twists in the tale, you know. So then I used to keep a pad at my bedside. I would scribble it down. फिर उठ के लिखती थी ऐसे हंसते, you know, with a big smile on my face. I would sit and type it. So those days I feel were some of my happiest days because I was really enjoying the process of writing so much. All
And,
my other books have taken a lot out of me. Here was a book which was giving me so many smiles. So isn't that a good change?
नहीं, and it was like sprinkling almost 22 songs all over your book. आप एक किताब लिख डालिए गानों के ऊपर ही बस, पूरी की पूरी.
You can say that.
I mean, this book, Silver Dreams की हम बात करें तो जितना मैंने पढ़ा है, it's revolving around Rana and Kinray again. I mean, why
It is
such strong names, Rana, Ranga?
ऐसे ही, if you read in Pink Sari, his friend asked Maya, why do you want to call him Ranga, not RS? Because everybody
Yes.
used to call him RS. So she says, it sounds sexier.
That I read, though I didn't find it sexy, but yes, for Maya it was.
Yes. It depends on how you pronounce it, no?
Yeah.
And now if you say Ranga Khush, then obviously it's not sexy. But if you say Ranga...
Okay.
And as far as
Okay.
Rana was concerned, to this day, I am being teased. And they say, when are you going to, you know, find somebody? I say, मेरे लिए Rana ढूंढो तो मैं उसको पकड़ लूँगी.
That's so nice to know that you being Sindhi, आपने सिंधी जनरेशंस को लेके, सिंधीज को, like if I'm not wrong, मैं को इतना हिस्ट्री नहीं मालूम, बट जितना मुझे मालूम है, सिंधीज के ऊपर बहुत ब्रिटिशर्स ने और मुगल्स ने राज करा, और कहीं ना कहीं उसका इम्पैक्ट सिंधी लेडीज पे आया. Sindhis were known very much fashionable women.
Yes.
With very class. Somewhere down the line, I always found Sindhi bindas families. I realized you mentioned somewhere down the line, Sindhi families are very, very conservative, very, very conservative. And
Yeah.
but जो हमें दिखता है, हमें तो वो realize होता है कि बहुत बिंदास हैं, बहुत मस्ती वाले हैं, बड़ी fashionable women हैं. Beyond Diamond Rings की inspiration आपकी youngest daughter बनी.
हाँ जी.
Youngest child.
हाँ जी.
How?
See, उसको ना कहानियां सुनने का बहुत शौक. छोटी थी, रोज रात को बोले एक कहानी सुनाओ मम्मी, एक कहानी बताओ. अब कितनी कहानियां, मैं तो जगली सुनाई, फिर बंद हो गई. फिर बोले अच्छा मम्मी आप छोटे थे क्या होता था, आप बड़े कैसे हुए, बचपन में क्या किए. तो उसको वो बस बताते बताते बहुत सारी यादें ताज़ा जो मैंने छुटपन में से, from the time I was 4 years old till I became about 14 years old, वो सारा जो मेरा जिंदगी का दौर था, वो सब, you know, it starts coming out when you are telling a child story. And when this youngest child was at that stage, I was about 45 years old.
Okay.
So those old stories, when you look back at the age of 40, 45, they have a different meaning, you know?
Yes, yes.
You realize then what was happening behind the scenes. You don't just see the foreground, which you saw as a child. And that is how, you know, of course, after that, I have to do a lot of research because I'm a post-partition baby myself. I was born after the partition. So I didn't really know what partition actually was, except मेरे को बचपन से जब बड़े लोग बैठ के बातें करते थे ना, I used to eavesdrop. तो वो थोड़ी बहुत पता था, but obviously that was not the full story. So I had to do a lot of research. And in
Yeah.
the research report, what I found is that the Punjabis have been most vocal about their partition experience. And Bengalis also, but most of the Bengali partition experiences were in Bengali.
Hmm.
So the rest of us did not get to read them, except the few which were translated. Sindhis have never revealed their partition experience. They have never.
Yes, I think you're very right, because Sindhis का जब हम पढ़ते हैं, we generally, talk about ostentatious houses and pretty women and the diamond and जो अपने husbands के साथ साथ एक वो बन के चलती हैं. तो आपने उसमें जो 5 generations बताया, वो इतना beautifully बताया that how when the time came after partition, and this shows your research, then the men has to go and work abroad. Women who were crying like how would they live without their husbands or without a man in their life, and suddenly found their new freedom, suddenly found like what they can do, what they have not been doing because of the interference of men in their life, or maybe they never thought that they're good enough.
ऐसा बहुत कुछ हुआ है. You see, that system of men going abroad actually began in the 1930s. And then it continued after partition. After partition, the men started, those who could afford, would call their wife and children abroad. That is how my mother also went to Singapore. And this whole partition thing of Indian, Sindhi families going abroad, that has come about after partition, because of partition. Because they left all their old homes behind. And here they were not in comfortable circumstances.
And in this book, you spoke more about Bhaibut community of Sindhs.
Bhaiban community, yes. The Bhaiban community. The Bhaiban community is the one which runs the international trade.
Even Mastani, I never knew Mastani was like, it's your book which talks about, I think the first book in a historical book which is having 2 endings.
Yes.
And दोनों के दोनों controversial हैं.
बिल्कुल. See, up to the late 1970s, early 80s, the myth was that Mastani was a dancing girl whom Bajirao fell in love with. And when she heard that Bajirao was dead, she died. She just collapsed and she died. And that was accepted by everybody. That was also part of the historical fiction. People would write novels creating all sorts of scenarios about their love affair. Full-fledged novels. Itni moti novels hoti thi in Marathi. I have read many of them. But मेरे को गुस्सा इसीलिए चढ़ा. What sparked me off was कि हर एक हिस्ट्री किताब में एक सेंटेंस होती थी. The life and times of Peshwa Bajirao I were greatly influenced by a Muslim dancing girl called Mastani. तो मैं हिस्टोरियन से, प्रोफेसर से पूछती थी कि भाई ये मस्तानी थी कौन? नहीं, ऐसे ही एक नाचने वाली थी. ऐसे हजारों लाखों नाचने वाली होती हैं, उनका नाम तो हिस्ट्री बुक में नहीं आता है. There has to be something very special about her. नहीं, कुछ नहीं, ऐसे कुछ बात नहीं है. ऐसे कैसे कुछ नहीं है? If you don't know anything about her, how do you know she was Muslim? How do you know she was a dancing? सीधी बात. So I started digging. और digging करते करते मैंने 22 साल लगाए. And this 22 years, and then I found that she was neither Muslim nor dancing girl. She was a Shatrani. She was the daughter of Maharaja Chitrasal. And she was highly educated and well trained in all services, government services, including intelligence.
So she was an intelligence officer.
Yes, and she was a warrior.
And we all know Mastani only as a dancer. Like we know
Exactly.
Pakistan.
Yeah. But like she was a dancer because, see, she was not a Muslim, nor was she a typical Hindu. Yes, she was a Krishna Bhakt. But her father was a very important person in the Pranami Panth. So his entire family had adopted Pranami Panth. So technically she was a Pranam Panthi. But Pranam Panth में भी Krishna Bhakti होती है, and she was a Krishna Bhakt. All those people who have written history books in which Mastani is limited to that one mention in that one sentence in Bajirao's chapter. In the latest edition of their book, they have a complete chapter on Bajirao Mastani.
So this findings have been accepted by the history departments also?
History department by the Peshwa family.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It has been openly declared that Mastani was the legally wedded second wife of Peshwa.
Legally wedded.
And that is, I feel, the biggest milestone in my life.
Yes,
I was
indeed.
able to give her the respect that she deserves.
Indeed. आप इतने मस्तानी में क्यों इंटरेस्टेड हो गए?
मेरे को ये चीज बहुत फैसिनेटिंग लगी कि सारे हिस्ट्री बुक्स में एक ही सेंटेंस, एक ही किस्म के लफ्ज और विच समथिंग विच डजंट मेक सेंस कि लाखों करोड़ों डांसिंग गर्ल्स रही हैं हिस्ट्री में, आज तक भी हैं, पर किसी एक का नाम ऐसे हिस्ट्री बुक्स में नहीं है. तो व्हाई आर द हिस्टोरियंस राइटिंग दिस नेम? ऐसी क्या चीज थी, ऐसी क्या खास बात थी इस औरत में कि हिस्टोरियंस तक उसका नाम ले रहे हैं? बिकॉज हिस्टोरियंस जनरली are very careful in the names that they put into their books, because they know that book is going to continue for so many generations. So I knew there was something special. And Nupur, after having lived with Mastani for more than 30 years now, I started my research in 1980. अभी काफी टाइम हो गया है. I feel she is my soul. Kai baar when I was doing research or when I was trying to write that book, in my sleep I would be talking to Mastani and asking her, Mastani, how did you die? Tell me, how did you do this? What happened?
We didn't get any answer. How did she die? We have no answer to that.
There is no proof. What I have written in my second ending is based on what we call the secondary proofs of history. That is oral history, notings in diaries by other people. From there, I have extracted a story. The real जो उनका है, उसमें कोई proof नहीं है, कुछ नहीं. They just thought it was
so beautiful. Like I'm a spiritual person and I totally believe in soulmates and soul sisters. And it is so beautiful that you somewhere felt Mastani as your soul sister. It is beautiful. And trust me, we do need writers like you. We need to promote Indian writers who write beautifully, their books they leave you with rich language. They leave you with more openness. I mean, I'm full of praise for your writings after reading Rishte. I have started reading your Silver Dreams. And I am getting interested to definitely Mastani. I'm going to read soon. I've researched a lot on that Mastani. How did you write? And how at night you got up and you said nothing doing, मुझको तो ये लिखना है. And बहुत खूबसूरत है. कैसे आपको सपने में कुछ चीजें आई और आपने लिख डाली.
एक चीज मैं आपको बता दूंगी.
हाँ जी, please.
Very often when discussion वगैरह होती हैं, people comment on my this thing कि आप सिर्फ fiction लिखती हैं, आप कुछ philosophy के discussion में भी भाग नहीं लेती हैं. You just listen, you don't speak. Now my personal philosophy is that philosophy only creates dissensions. आपकी philosophy होगी, आप मेरे को सुनाएंगे, मैं बोलूँगी नहीं, I don't agree with you, मैं दूसरा करूँगी, और फिर ये झगड़े चलते रहते हैं. Every philosopher is looking for a disciple, and the disciples fight with each other. I say I believe more in relationships, because relationships will bind. They will not break people apart. I write about relationships. I mean, everybody has their own preference, of genre. As I said, I would recommend that we should try and create more of a spirit of humanity instead of focusing on things which will create more dissension. Because we are becoming less human, we are becoming less humane, and we have to get back to humane, as well as enjoy ourselves. And that's what I'm doing. I make people enjoy with my जिंदगी जीने के लिए है यार, जियो.
बिल्कुल
खेलो,
जिंदगी
जियो.
जीने के लिए है. उसको समझने की कोशिश मत करो भाई, सिर्फ
बिल्कुल.
जियो.
मैं बोलती हूँ रो धो के क्या लेना है.
बिल्कुल जी, बहुत मजा आया आपसे बात कर. आई मीन ट्रूली ब्लेस्ड. कुसुम जी नमस्कार.
Namaskar, Nupur, and so I'm so grateful that you have decided to do this and given me such a beautiful laughing time also.